Welcome back to Hunter Call of the Wild, where today we'll be going to Yukon Valley. This is a map that I think this is one of my favorite maps. It's got nice scenery. I like the fact that this one allows snow can come and go.
Welcome to Yukon Valley, Chichiko. From up here, you're able to see almost the entire reserve. This looks like the spot to set the plane down. I'll pull up to the jetty and you can climb out. Now, good luck to you out there. Don't forget, I'm only a radio call away.
I can see Skeeter.
I'm quite certain that you're the part of the puzzle that we've been missing out here. While I deal with paperwork and people, you're going to be my eyes and ears on the ground. We're going to be a strong team. I just know it. Enjoy your time out in the reserve. Confident that someone of your ability will find their way around, no problem. I look forward to seeing the results of your hunts. Since you've just arrived, there's a couple of places nearby that I'd like you to visit. You can probably see the lookout tower, just up the hill from where I dropped you off. If you climb to the top, you'll get a great view of the surrounding area. There's also an outpost close to the tower. It's always good to know where you can rest your head after a day's work, right? Head to the outpost and make sure it's ready to receive visitors. I don't mind which one you travel to first, but I'd like you to stop off at both sites.
Well, we'll be going here first because it's right there. Yeah, Yukon Valley actually is a map that it will start snowing, and this will turn the ground and trees white. There it goes. And then when it stops, it will over time melt and go back to normal. To my knowledge, this is the only map that does that. For some reason.
Once you're up top, enjoy the view. These towers are used mostly for fire watch duties. But when I'm at the top of one, normally I just want to put my feet up and enjoy the tranquility. I haven't had a chance to do that in a long time, though.
If you noticed, for some reason, underneath of these, it does not get any snow. Perfectly green down there. And that's also true around the cabins. So they didn't put 100% effort into this, but it's cool when you're walking around.
You at the top? Can you see the outpost from there? I normally do a routine check of an outpost after we've had visitors. All it takes is a forgotten half-eaten sandwich, and suddenly you have curious animals coming to investigate. Bears are temperamental neighbors, and you don't want them knocking on the door asking to borrow some sugar.
So it's been several days since I've played. Well, I primarily want to only play if I'm going to record, but I did get on Leighton Lake on multiplayer just to hunt for a little bit. Didn't record that. But I did go ahead and use the skill points and stuff. You can see we have 0 skill points and 0 perk points. we're at level 11. The skill points, I believe I put them here. I think I only had one, and I took the first one here of the Scent Tinkerer just so I can open up this tier here, because I want to get all 3 levels of this spotting knowledge. And then under the perk points, I took both of the zeroing. So now, if we have a gun out, on the far right you can see it says I can use R1, and I can set my sights to 82 yards, 164, 328 for this gun. It's different for different. I think it's only a couple different ones, but if it's a lower caliber weapon, it's more closer range. And then I think Skeeter may have leveled up also. Oh, we can do him one more too. We can either choose your dog has a higher chance of staying close to you, which I don't care if he runs around, or your dog has a higher chance to find fresh droppings when he's idle. So I'll take that one. This weekend I played around a little bit with Generation 0, and I am going to start that maybe in the next couple of days. Just make a separate playlist and start playing that game again. I also fixed the problem of where I kept whistling. I went into the settings on here, and I made that whistle to hold down a different button that I don't really use in this game, because I got tired of...
Welcome to Loggers Point. 100 years ago or so, felled trees would be dragged down there. Then teams would strip them down and roll them into the river. Then they'd be bundled up and towed out to the sawmills. The outpost sits on top of the old workers' campsite. I know it might seem trivial, but can you take a look at the trash can and make sure that it's locked? It's a bear-proof trash can with a tricky catch. I don't want to take any chances.
There's just a level 3 male over there. Might have to get that one, maybe. But yeah, I didn't like the Generation 0 button. You pull the right R1 button and hold it to bring up the gun menu. And you get used to that, and you start whistling and scaring things away in this game.
These heavy-duty trash cans. But if they leave it just a little bit open, all sorts of trouble could come sniffing around. I think we got lucky this time. Thanks for taking care of that. Oh, one last thing. Before you move on, can you take a look at the firewood inside the cabin? Damn, this is bad news. These logs have all the signs of a beetle infestation. Let me see if I can check in with the hunters who must have cut the firewood. I have the number for their satellite phone in the log somewhere. I'll get back to you.
We're going to get this rangefinder now.
I just found the number. I knew I had it here somewhere. I'll give the hunters who stayed here a call and see what they have to say. I'll call you back in a moment after I've landed.
Get rid of their normal binoculars.
No answers from the hunters yet. I'll keep trying. There's an outpost in the forest to your northwest. If you follow the trail, you'll find it. I have a hunch that... Oh, phone's ringing. I'll call you back when I get some answers from these guys about where they cut the wood. Head to the forest outpost in the meantime. I'll bet that's where they were.
Alright. So he now has us looking for another way over there, 3/4 of a mile. There's another cabin where he wants us to see if we can find that wood, that beetle infestation. So these are the range finders. So these are accurate. Actually, I had a friend tell me that without these, if you spotted an animal, it would give you a range like 180 to 250 yards. And I would usually assume that somewhere in the middle of that was about accurate. And he actually tested that to some degree. And what he found was there was times where the range that the estimate was given to you, the animal was actually outside of that range. So yeah, it would say 170 to 250 yards, and the thing was only 150 yards away, or 230 or 275 yards away. I think most of the time it's somewhere in between the range, but it was a pretty wide range. But yeah, sometimes it's not even in the range. Okay, you just spotted something. Yeah, this is one of my favorite maps. And again, I kind of rate the maps on scenery. I've actually been to Alaska several times for a previous job. I didn't go hunting, but I did get to drive around a little bit. So we got what's this here? Level 3. Got a good shot at him. So yeah, see it estimated over there on the top of 220 to 290. And this is given somewhere close to the middle, 258. So that's not bad. Anybody else over there? That male's all by himself? That's not normal. There's some, I can't even click on those. There's another bear. Level 2. So now, like I said, we can look at this guy here. He's 247 exactly. How much you gonna move, buddy? He's a level 6, or a class 6, so we want this weapon. Now I can set it for 164 or 328, so it'd be ideal if I could get him at exactly one of those. Then you know you're going to hit right on the crosshairs. But he's walking away now. And that's okay. I don't know if I want to go out of my way to get a level 2 female bear. We'll keep moving. We got a long way to go, and I wouldn't mind getting that other cabin. So it has stopped snowing, and you can see it's still quite white around here, but it will change. Okay, what's it? Oh, a moose. 125, level 3. 125 is really... Ah, no! We could have set that for 164. Man, I can't believe I spooked him that. I mean, I am standing straight up. I'm fully visible. I guess that's fair. That's fair. We weren't trying to be super stealthy there. Alright, fine. I also like this map because there are nice open areas to rifle hunt. That's my current preference, but I'm sure eventually I will be switching to bows and things that need closer range. But this map has a pretty good variety of where it's open to a distance, and there are spots like this where there's a lot of pine trees and you can't see very far, but you can also hide right under the leaves. Like if we duck down here, get a little closer. If we duck down here, you can see down the bottom. You get down in here and underneath the leaves, and you're completely invisible. That line next to the heart. Oh, look at that. Hello. Level 3. I can't really see you, though. That's the problem. You know what, though? Let's go back, because I think I have a caller. You lay down. What caller do we have? Caribou. See if it works. See if we can draw him back in. He wasn't spooked at all. Let's get this gun set up for the shortest range, 82 yards, because he was not very far away. It's a good idea to let your dog lay down when you're doing this, because when you zoom in and everything becomes still, you can hear footprints really easy, like that. And you don't want your dog to be doing that. What the heck? Hello. Down. We'll take it. Skeeter, do your thing. So the collar works. Walked right up to us and sniffed us. Bronze. Wrong ammo. Oh, I did use the wrong ammo. Duh. Gonna say, man, he went down quick. Look how far that shot went in. Alright, that's my bad. But we got it. Still got 1,000 cash even. I don't think I've ever done that before. Oh, and the snow is gone. I wasn't paying that much attention, but yeah, our snow disappeared while we were doing all that. So we made some noise, and we can probably safely walk a little bit before we have to be quiet again. Yeah, you can see what I mean. There's spots where this is really wide open. And then right back there where we were just at, we were kind of a little maze of trees. Some kind of bird up there. 255 yards. It's too... Oh, look at that. Clicking on these guys to see who is... See if any... So there's a level 4. So that level 4... 260 yards. 160, which means we're going to have to aim high. And I don't even know if I hit him. I think I did that thing where my finger jerked again. Hello? Hey, look at that. I got him. And his friends don't even care. Well, here's a level 3. Try it again. If you're far enough away, they don't get spooked. Quit looking at me. Oops, I might have hit the wrong one if I did it. Try to take a second shot at him. Not pictures. There we go. Hey, what's over there? Oh, it's the same guy. No, that's a different group. No, it's the same group. Alright, well, it's brighter purple than over here, which means there's 2 of them. We did kill them both. And if we really wanted a third one, they're still just sort of hanging out over there. They're not in any hurry to leave. Yeah, here's one of those blinds you can put up. You can construct them. We got 29,000. I'll show you one. I haven't done one yet. So yeah, we could go in here, and if we just shot those both from here, that purple would be very dim because shooting from a blind like this reduces it 4 times. So those 2 shots together would only equal half of one normal shot. So it would be a very, I guess, dark, not bright purple. Now, I'm going to go ahead and run to save us a little bit of time. After 3 shots and a couple of dead animals, there's probably not a whole lot of things just sitting around here. So here's something interesting, and I know my one friend that was going to watch this video, he'll probably be interested in this too, because I just know him well enough. Today I spent a considerable amount of time while working watching videos on AR-15s, and I'm not 100% sure why I did it. I wouldn't mind having a nice gun for you know, self-defense type of stuff, just to have one. So I did a lot of research on the ammo they take and stuff like that. Look up there. Level 3, 212. Could use the right gun this time. We're zeroed at 164, so I need to aim a little high. Might as well take them when we can. But yeah, I don't know why I got a little bit interested in how much would it cost me to have something like that. I do have a pistol that I haven't shot for probably a decade, maybe more. I have a Ruger P89 9mm pistol. Gold. So that level 3 one was a gold. That's nice. They call that light gray as far as the fur type, but it doesn't look gray to me. We'll take the 928. Skeeter, you do your thing. I don't know where the second one went. What do you mean? They were both in the same area. Plus, the heck? We got two here. You can see the difference in the purple. Alright. Unless it went out in the water and floated clear back to where I was. You sure about that, Skeeter? Actually, the 0 point on this is actually in the water. Or the, not 0 point, but I guess the, well, it's over 100 yards away. Maybe that's why I didn't see it. Let's get over here closer to this spot. So there's a possibility that he floated. There's also a possibility we were just too far away from the initial hit. Oh, he's over here. I found it, Skeeter. There, so did you. I'll give it to you. Both of them were gold. That's nice. This is a level 4. That's right. The first one was a 4. Alright, Skeeter. Now, let's go put... We put a mark right in the middle of that. That should mark the spot of the initial blood splatter for this animal. Go back to this. So yeah, anyway, I got really interested in just checking out, because obviously there's a million varieties of an AR-15. And also price ranges that go anywhere from slightly under 500 up to 2,000 or more. Plus, you can accessorize these things like they're a Jeep. And I'm not one that wants to spend a bunch of money on a gun, but I'm also the same kind of person that doesn't like to buy the cheapest of anything. So, I don't even know why I want one, to be honest with you. My wife has mentioned something about learning how to shoot my gun, because she still never shot my pistol before, but I don't know, the way this world is going, might not be a bad idea to have an assault rifle in every home. Silver. Nice shot. Dark brown. Interesting, the caribou are worth more than those giant bison. Maybe, I don't know why. Maybe the trophy. Alright, let's get rid of our waypoint. And we'll head over here. Actually, let's just get this out of the way first, since it's on the way. Got a good wind blowing our stink the other direction. So yeah, an AR-15 would be one of those things that would be kind of nice to have, I think, but nothing I'm wanting to blow $1,000 on right away. But it's worth watching some YouTube videos on. And I was also curious because I know they have basically similar weapons in this game, like literally this one right here is basically an AR-15. But so I do know that you can obviously not only use them for self-defense, but you could also hunt with them if you needed to or wanted to. But you know, what if scenarios of the wrong people get elected and they try to, you know, end up starting some sort of a civil war? What if power outages go crazy and there's riots? I actually saw one video of a guy that was trying to answer the question that a lot of anti-gun people have, is why does anybody need an AR-15? And a guy literally had a video, 5 reasons why you need an AR-15. And it was actually a really good video. Made you think about, dang, you know, what would I do if multiple people were trying to break into my home? Or what if riots started happening? But yeah, the whole point of that part of our Constitution is to make sure that if we end up accidentally having a corrupt government, that we the people can fight for ourselves. We'll just take the government back. That's the whole point of it. They did not want our country to be like another country, those other countries where the government won't allow the people to arm themselves. And guess what? If any country ever tried to invade the United States, they're going to find out just how many people in this country have guns. It's not just the military you need to worry about. I would be curious, and you can probably find this on the internet, but I'd be curious of what is the percentage of all homes in the United States? What's the percentage of homes that have guns? I would guess it's fairly high. Seems like just about everybody I know has at least some kind of a gun.
I had a chat with the hunters who chopped the logs you found at Loggers Point. Turns out that the cabin had been out of firewood, so they'd gone looking for a fallen tree to carve up. You are now in the same forest they were when they found our beetle-infested tree. A blight. We won't let the beetles get a foothold in our reserve.
I didn't read that thing out loud, but it was about the beetle infestation. See, I'd be curious. I know my...
Hey,
Aw,
I see you're near the forest outpost.
I am.
Once you get up there, take a look in the cabin. There should be a backpack with some supplies in it. When you find it, just grab the whole pack.
I'd be curious. I know my friend's going to watch this video and he'll all of a sudden start talking about guns with me. I would be curious on the people that start watching these videos, if you're from a country that where civilians make it hard for civilians to even have guns. I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Like I said, the whole reason we're allowed to have guns is our government was set up to make sure that the people were in charge, not some sort of dictatorship that could take away your rights. If our government gets out of our control, the people are supposed to take it back. I imagine he's going to talk some more.
That's the one. Once you're done at the outpost, take a look in the surrounding forest. Can you find any fallen trees in that area?
Sure I can.
The spruce
About
bark
150
beetles
yards
are
away.
a massive threat to Alaska's spruce forests at the moment. We haven't been hit as badly compared to some other Alaskan state parks, but I think that it may be time for a quarantine. Okay, so once you find a fallen tree, I want you to take a look at its bark. Does it look healthy? If so, it's probably not the tree we're looking for.
Yeah, I would be curious, like if you're in a country, I think there's countries that even the police don't carry lethal weapons. Which blows my mind. I could be totally wrong about that, but I think I'm right on that. It's like, what, you know, criminals don't obey the law. Criminals have weapons. You would think at least the police would have weapons. Lethal weapons to protect themselves.
This is the one. Okay, in that pack you should have a canister of paint and a nozzle attachment. Use them to paint a big pink X on the tree. And let's take a look around to make sure the beetles haven't started to spread. If you see a spruce in the immediate vicinity of the fallen tree, mark it. And our forestry team will come out and take care of it. If it's untouched, they can just spray it with pesticides to protect it. If it's already infested, then they'll cut it down and haul it away for burning. Great job. I hope we don't need to cut these trees down, but it's a small price to pay to contain the beetles. There we go. Another tree marked. This reminds me of my summer breaks when I was a kid, helping out my dad at work. He was a tree surgeon down in Washington State. I used to resent him for making me go out there and work while my friends played back home. Eventually, those trips also included hunting lessons, and that made them my favorite parts of the summer. That should do. I'll get in touch with the foresters. They can investigate the area and cut down what they need to. I'll make sure that they also pick up the firewood at Loggers Point. Don't want to take any chances. Thanks for taking care of this. It's becoming a full-on phobia of mine that these beetles are going to destroy the forest here. We sprayed pesticides across the western edge of the forest as a preventative measure earlier this month. But any new chemicals in the air, soil, or water make me uneasy. In the same bag that you found the paint, there should be some plastic sample containers. Could you bring them out to the wetlands? Muskeg is the word we use up here in Alaska.
So our next mission is going to take us that way to get some water samples. But I thought, hey, I got about 20 minutes left. Can we walk a mile? Not sure, because there's one more cabin in the area that's lit up, and then next time we can direct spawn to this cabin because it's closer to where we got to go next. But yeah, I am interested in people's comments on one, the AR-15 itself, and also your thoughts on countries that don't allow people to have guns versus the United States where we are allowed to have guns. Are we a bunch of rednecks with guns? Or would it be preferred that you were allowed to have guns? I know my choice. I think it's perfectly fine for people to have guns, because criminals are going to get them regardless. There's a lot of posts that never make the news, or news that never makes actual news channels, where somebody with a gun protected themselves and others against somebody else that had a gun. It's like the news only wants to cover topics that make guns out to be bad things. That's to them. That's the news. When somebody does something with a gun, and a lot of other people get killed or something like that. But there are plenty of people that if they had guns on them, they would stop somebody like that. Not sure where the animals are. And we got several. What did we get? A caribou, 2 bison, and another caribou. That was worth 4 bullets, 5 bullets. I think I shot 5. I forgot to look and see if I hit that one twice. I do have a friend that may be playing Generation Zero with me. And he may be playing this with me. He just got married a few weeks ago. And he's at that stage in life where he has way less free time than I do. And I get it. Gotta have your priorities. The wifey comes first. I've been married 29 years. The wifey still comes first. As it should be. Yeah, he's trying to arrange maybe, I think even maybe this week we might start Generation Zero together. Start it completely over. Man, after playing Generation Zero though, this game it's very slow. In Generation Zero, walking speed is more of a jog. And then you can go into a full-on sprint. You don't have to worry about spooking animals because there are killer robots in that game. But the scenery looks like this. It's beautiful. But you got to watch out for killer robots. And it's in the 80s, so the technology of the robots is... it looks like something that would have been designed in the 80s. But you know, you can run and then it'll give you like a warning sign that something is sensing your presence, and then you can slow down. Where in this one you can run and then the warning is something is fleeing. It's like, well, that's not what I wanted it to do. But yeah, that game's pretty cool. It's got a bunch of, a lot of weapons that you can find. And they're all pretty much normal weapons. You know, something like they've got pistols and all kinds of different rifles that take different types of ammunition. And you've got to kind of scavenge. It's a survival game. You don't have to eat, but you do have to scavenge constantly to keep ammo and keep yourself healthy. But it's also like this where you can fast travel to discovered safe houses is what's in that game. Man, we haven't heard a peep since we turned around and went this way. Not one animal has made a sound. And I'm saying that partially because it seems like when I say something like that, something makes a sound. Now, we don't have the best wind right now. Blowing just a little off to our front right, but wait, we're still a half a mile away? I thought I was closer than that. I don't know why. I guess it's right in front of me. Oh, probably because I saw water and I thought we were close to the water, but we got to go around part of this lake. I guess I could at least go down to the water and then maybe see if there's anything drinking right now. Hopefully it's drinking to our right because I don't want to shoot something and have to go back left. I mean, worst case scenario, we don't have to discover this cabin over here. I was just hoping to. There are wolves on this map also. Not too much of a shocker that there's wolves in Alaska. Is that you making all that noise? Oh, you know what? Sometimes it's birds. Sometimes I hear what I think is footsteps, and it's actually birds flapping their wings overhead. And I start looking all around like an idiot, because they do sound remarkably like footprints or footfalls. There's fog off in the distance. Yeah, I'm going to start running because I know I'm running out of time. About a half a mile. 880 yards is where it switches, about half a mile. Yeah, there's birdies up there. Some kind of geese. I think there might be Canadian geese here. I mean, there's probably other birds, at least a few. I'm pretty sure this is the map that I did get a diamond Canadian goose, I think it was. Yeah. Quit making all that noise. Wow, it's been a complete wasteland through here. How about some wolves howling to scare us a little bit? I feel like this is what it would be like if I went hunting for real. I wouldn't see anything but birds. Talked to a guy at work today. He was off last week and spent most of his time in a deer stand. Never got one. Saw some, but not the one that he wanted. And I was like, oh, I play a video game and I just sort of shoot whatever I want to. And then apparently the night he was leaving, or the day he was leaving, he saw that the one that he wanted, like literally walked right up to the camera at his tree stand while he wasn't there. Like, yeah, that sounds about right. So I'm not a hunter, but if I had an AR-15 and you know, the world came to some horrible times and I would need to go hunting, I don't think I would have a problem doing that. I don't know how good I would be at it. But my question is, how many people hunt for trophies versus hunt for meat? If you're hunting specifically, or primarily, let's just say primarily, because that's one of your ways to save a lot of money on food. Do you go for, like that guy went hunting for a week and didn't get anything because he ignored deer that were not males with a big rack? Or do you like eventually get to the point like, look, I'm getting something because this is my only chance. I'm not coming home empty-handed. Ooh, a noise. A fleeing red fox. And my stink is blowing right at him. There's no reason at all to try to use the collar for that guy. But yeah, I would think that if I was going hunting and, you know, it's like, hey, this is going to fill up my freezer full of meat for 6 months, that eventually in the week I'd be like, okay, look, I'm not worried about antlers anymore. I want meat. Is that a thing, or do people don't care about that? I don't know. I don't talk to hunters that much. Or if I do talk to them, I don't know they're hunters, and we don't talk about hunting. How am I on time? 53 minutes. All right, we're just about exactly going to get there on time. So I'm going to go ahead and run over here. I don't think we're going to get a chance to shoot anything between here and there. Which is unfortunate. 200 yards away. Hope you had some fun today. What was that? What was that? What was that? Oh, it's a duck. I don't care. Hope you had some fun today. Please like and subscribe. And come back and hang out again. We'll be in a different map next episode. My timing's not real good. I still have 100 yards or less to go. Red fox fleeing at 100 yards. Must have been up here hanging out at the cabin. And here we are. So we got a third spot we can spawn from. So, like I said, like and subscribe. This is YouTube, and that's what you're supposed to do. Hope you had a good time, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.